Morning, Trainiacs. It is day 3 of the Team Trainiac little mini camp. What are we doing? We're running them today.
We're running. We're running.
Woo! Well, Trainiacs, that was a nice little long run that I sent the guys on. I am pretty proud of them for working together there. Dave hammered out a very fast final 2K, building up from like easy run pace of I think 550 per kilometer down to I think a 430 and then a 410 right at the end. Ben, he did the fastest 10K he's ever done there, and I really wasn't doing a whole lot. Dave was the one that was pacing him and pushing him on. It's like a proud papa moment kind of thing. There's something that we talked about while I was sagging them, riding alongside on the bike, about how to design your long run. And I figured that mapping it out here would not just help them understand it, but it would help me understand how to explain it, help you understand how to build up your long run over the course of the year. On the y-axis here, the first y-axis, we have the distance of your race, and on the x-axis going along the bottom, it's the time up until your race. The star, which is really distinguishable as a star, is your key race. The other secondary y-axis is the speed, and the dotted line is your race distance and your race speed. What you're looking to do with, first off, your race distance is a fair ways out from your goal race. You want to bring your mileage up to and pretty close to around the race distance. And you want to sort of oscillate right around that race distance, so by the time you get to the race, you can do your race distance, whether it's a sprint 5K, an Olympic 10K, half marathon, not necessarily a full marathon, the Ironman. You want to stay under that 42K, somewhere in the 25 to like 35K range, but you want to get around there. You want to bring up your mileage fairly quickly. However, the speed and the intensity is quite a bit different. It lags behind quite a bit, and you're doing a lot of those long, slow runs, and you bring that up gradually until about the final, I would say, 3 to 6 weeks. That's when you start bringing it right up to the race pace, because you can't be going long and intense all the time. So what you do is you bring your mileage up fairly quickly to your race goal, stay around there to maintain that distance, and then you gradually include longer and longer amounts of that long run in your race intensity and above your race intensity, so that you're slowly bringing your race pace up to the ability to be able to hold that entire duration at race pace. A couple of caveats, however. First is this is entirely body dependent. In my case, last year where I was injured, I couldn't do much more than a 10, 12, 14K long run. So just because the ideal scenario is to, for my case, doing a half Ironman, getting up to a 23K long run, I couldn't do it. Running is more about what is your body going to allow you to do than it is what is the training plan telling you to do. You got to be very careful at building how much long run mileage you've got, regardless of what any run coach tells you that says more mileage is better, more mileage is better, more mileage is better. Not necessarily in triathlon. More mileage has a compressive force while you're swimming, so you actually get scrunchier, which hurts your swim performance, and it beats you up really bad, degrading your ability to push really hard and long on the bike, hurting your bike performance. So the only time that you bring up your run mileage is when it doesn't hurt during the run. It allows you to repair yourself really well so that you can put out a key bike. It allows you to not feel all crappy when you swim. And this is an ideal scenario. If your body doesn't allow you to do it, it's not a big deal. If you can't do that much intensity, you can make up for it with intensity in the swim and in the bike. If you can't do that much duration, you can kind of cheat it with longer runs that are hill runs to get some strength or soft surfaces. You got to be really careful with this stuff. Even though I say this is what you ideally want to do, if you don't have time, if your body won't let you do it, if just physiologically it ain't your jam and you have a history of running injuries, don't do it. Be careful with running. All right. I think these guys have really interesting stories about why they're doing triathlon. One of the guys in here mentioned that what he's found over this first year that he's done in triathlon is that everyone has a fantastic story about why they do it. And I think these guys have fantastic stories. Well, wouldn't you know it, here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a first here. We have two Trainiacs that are here for a Trainiac mini camp in the Pain Cave. I think you guys are the first people that actually watch my stuff in the Pain Cave. Even Kim doesn't. So welcome. We got Benjamin Brieux, David McElmoy here. Very interesting cats here. They're sitting right across from us. We are extremely lucky to have them here because when we got to meet the guys over the course of the week, their stories of getting into triathlon, losing a combined 130 pounds, who they're racing for, why they're racing, the reasons that they keep racing are tremendously motivating to me. And I think we didn't have the intention of shoving a mic in front of their face, but this morning I went, you know what they were saying last night at dinner was really cool. I think a lot of people would like to hear that. Give us your story. Like who are you? Like the Cole's notes of who are you, what do you do, where are you from?
Okay, well, I'm David McElmoy, 47 years old. I'm from Peterborough, Ontario, and basically got into triathlon around the beginning of April. So this is kind of my first rookie season as a 47-year-old.
My name is Benjamin Brieux. I'm from New York. I'm a paramedic for the fire department, and I'm actually now in the fire department triathlon team. I initially started triathlon this year, so I'm also a rookie. Last year, my partner that I used to work with him in the ambulance, he passed away of a young age. He was still a healthy guy, always talking about working out, always trying to you can do whatever you get in your mind, you can do. If you can run 1 mile today, do that 26 times and you're a marathon runner. And that was the way he always thought about doing things. Just, you want to do something, just go ahead and do it.
Talk about how did you get up to, so you're about one?
Yeah, I'm about 158 now.
So
I was
how,
about 255 at my worst.
and how did you get up to 255? Because most people have a story of getting there, right?
Yeah. I mean, I spent a lot of years working in the computer industry, and I still do now, and kind of lost the bug to exercise and stay healthy, and leaves a little bit of a hole inside you. You know, you miss it, and you realize it's not there, but there's more important things to do. There's wife, kids, and all these things that demand your attention. So after my sister passing, it really was a bit of a trigger for me to wake up and realize, you know what, I need to make some changes in my life, and no one's going to do them for me. So it was time, and so I used that as kind of a catalyst to get me started. Walking every day, get the proverbial 10,000 steps in on the watch, and then just sort of built it from there into exercising routines and things that got me on my way, and a big drastic change in my eating.
So you've just learned to swim, and then obviously there's the other two components, the cycling and the running.
Yes,
So
I bought a bike maybe 3 weeks before my partner passed away, and we went for 2 bike rides together. One of them, there's one thing that all I heard the whole ride was, keep pedaling, don't stop, keep pedaling, keep pedaling. You're not going fast enough. And I go like, I am going as fast as I can.
This is what I got, pal.
Yeah, that's all I got.
If I can jump in, I'm sure you're going to mention it anyway. He has a beautiful, beautiful swim stroke for a guy starting out.
I know. For a guy that's like, no, I'm not a good swimmer. I took footage of you. You put on a snorkel band pole, throw some fins on. You have a better stroke than most triathletes who've been doing this for decades.
So there you go. There's some hope for your career.
Thank you.
Because you're not super comfortable in the water yet, right? You're still
No,
not. It's
no.
not like a confident thing for you.
Yes, no, I still get uncomfortable with the water going up my nose or in my mouth.
We can work on that. We got some drills for
Yes, yes.
Did I think I'd be here? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
great.
delusional. I'm like, I've already got the banner at Kona over my head and I'm running through the finish line. Like, I want to go as far as I possibly can. That's really my goal, is just to see how far I can get. And I have no clue what that'll be, but hopefully, weeks like this are going to get me a lot closer.
Fantastic, guys.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go in and
Back
start
to
making
Tiger.
supper.
Thank you.
Good work.
And
And I certainly did not pay them to look this good. Do you guys want to tell everyone to like, subscribe?
Like, subscribe, thumbs up.
Later, Trainiacs. Not paid. Not paid.
Not
But
paid.
they just got instantly better looking. Look at those guys. Damn!